The first thing I noticed was the silence, the kind that follows judgment. When I walked into the courtroom, my mother rolled her eyes as if I were late for dinner, not standing trial for the inheritance they thought was theirs. My father avoided my gaze, pretending to read the documents he'd probably rehearsed all night. The air smelled like paper and perfume, old money and desperation. Then the judge looked up. Wait, the charges are against you? That was the moment everything shifted. I didn't move, didn't blink, just nodded. My attorney whispered something about strategy, but his voice was far away. I wasn't here to win a case. I was here to watch a performance, one I'd seen rehearsed my entire life. My parents, the grieving manipulators. The audience, the court. And me, the quiet villain they'd written into their story. They didn't know I'd read the script months ago. They didn't know I'd rewritten the ending. When my grandfather died, I didn't cry. Not because I didn't care, because I knew what was coming. He'd left me everything, not them, not the family name they'd paraded through charity dinners and business meetings. Just me, the ignored, unwanted afterthought. They didn't even attend the reading of the will. My mother sent a text. "We'll contest it. Don't make this difficult." She'd never called me son, only him, as if naming me might make me real. But I was real now, on paper, in numbers, and cold inheritance law. They filed the lawsuit 2 weeks later, claimed undue influence, claimed I manipulated a dying man. My father even cried on the local news. "He's always been troubled," he said. I remember watching him on screen. The same man who once forgot to pick me up from school because his mistress lived across town. I watched the tears slide down his cheeks, and I smiled. I spent nights in the study, combing through my grandfather's ledgers, emails, legal drafts. I wasn't looking for proof that I deserved the money. I was looking for proof that they didn't. It didn't take long. Hidden in my grandfather's files was a series of messages, financial transfers to an offshore account. My father's name, my mother's signature. They'd been siphoning money from his company for years. And worse, one email from my mother to my grandfather's lawyer. She'd begged him to declare me incompetent, to have me placed under conservatorship for my own good. That's when I stopped being their son. That's when I became the storm they never saw coming. I stayed calm, quiet, polite. Let them think I was scared. Let them underestimate me the same way they always had. In public, I was the confused heir. In private, I built a case. Financial records, emails, voice recordings, all legal, all devastating. The night before the hearing, I couldn't sleep. I sat at my grandfather's old desk, staring at his portrait. He once told me, "You don't need to fight them with fists, boy. Just let them talk long enough. Eventually, they'll hang themselves." He was right. When the judge asked if I had a response to their accusations, I stood. My voice was steady, my pulse wasn't. "I do, Your Honor." I handed over a single flash drive. Inside it, all of it. Transfers, correspondence, and a recording of my mother's call to the lawyer. Her voice, calm, measured, cruel. "Ensure he's discredited before the will is read. He's fragile. Suggest therapy, medication, something to prove instability." The courtroom went still. My mother's face drained of color. My father leaned forward, whispering her name like he didn't know the person beside him. I didn't look at them. I watched the judge. He read, listened, then looked up at me with the faintest trace of something like pity. I didn't need pity. I needed silence. And I got it. After court, they waited for me in the corridor. My father spoke first. "You didn't have to do that." I stared at him. Didn't I? My mother reached out, hand trembling. "We were protecting the family." I stepped back. "You mean yourselves." Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. For the first time, she had no line prepared. I leaned close enough for her to hear the calm in my voice. Grandfather knew everything. He left me the money because he wanted you to see what it feels like to lose control. She blinked fast, fighting tears. I smiled faintly. Now you know. Then I turned and walked away, leaving them frozen in the hallway, surrounded by the echo of everything they'd built and lost. That night I returned to my grandfather's estate. No celebration, no satisfaction, just quiet, the kind that feels earned. I poured a drink, sat by the fire, and reread the last line of his will. May the truth return to the only one who never asked for it. I think he knew I would find my way here, to this silence, this stillness, this freedom. Some inheritances are made of money. Others are made of truth. Mine was both. And I've learned the cruelest revenge is not destroying them. It's leaving them alive to remember who they created.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.